Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Animaster Rikaru, with me, the Animaster Rikaru, and, as always, your favorite co-host, Rusty. Hey Rusty.
Hello, and I've been the only co-host, so, yeah.
Well, only co-host whose videos have been uploaded. There was another, but they will never ever see the light of day. I think I actually deleted those files.
I did too.
So, yeah, you guys will never ever know what happened. Ever.
Let's just say
But
it
it was
didn't
pretty
go
funny.
well.
It didn't go well. But, anyway, as you can probably tell from the video title, as I say literally every time, we're going to be doing Hellsing Ultimate, which is, as I have found out, the better Hellsing. I only ever watched Hellsing Ultimate, I never watched original Hellsing, but apparently it's the Full Metal Alchemist versus Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood thing. Ultimate follows the manga, whereas regular Hellsing does not. So, I got the better version.
Yeah, and I've seen the abridged series, so I got the best version.
I've also seen the abridged series, and actually it's basically, they're not actually making any jokes, they're just actually summarizing the plot. That's basically what happens.
I am so happy. That is...
Have you not seen Hellsing Ultimate?
I've seen a little bit, like when we were loading the video, I saw the first 10 seconds.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Basically, this is my anime, as in there's a lot of violence.
I'm in.
Basically, if you've seen Predator, it's like watching Predator.
Okay, I'm gonna love this.
Except for Alucard is way more violent than the Predator.
And Alucard's not as likely to die as the Predator is.
I don't think it's actually possible to kill Alucard.
You only have to kill him like 2 million times.
Yep. Anyway, so, I mean, I guess... Do I even have to do a viewer discretion? At this point, we've done High School DxD.
Let's just give a viewer discretion that there's gonna be a lot of blood and violence.
Oh, there's going to be so much gore. Like, you guys
Like,
don't even know.
If the only type of vampire you know is from Twilight, get out.
Oh,
just leave.
leave.
Because you're not gonna
Close this
like
video
this
right
at
now
all.
and go home. Yeah. Alucard is going to teach you the difference between Twilight vampires and real vampires.
Yet, Alucard doesn't sparkle. Is the first point here.
No, Alucard doesn't care about sunlight in the slightest. Alucard likes guns and eating people, literally.
The only thing that sparkles about Alucard is his personality. And the blood
Yeah.
on him.
Yep. And you can probably see light reflecting off the cartridges as they're ejected from his slide.
Yep.
This is a really cool one. Alright guys, so this is Hellsing Ultimate, Episode 1. Let's get this thing going. Starting episode in 3, 2, 1, go. Also, the sound design in the show, I want to point out, is really good.
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
And also, this is going to be a long episode compared to our usuals, because our usuals are 40 minutes. This one's going to be about an hour.
Yeah,
So,
because the actual episode is like 51 minutes.
and our usual talking is about 10 minutes off and on and stuff.
I mean, we did get it going much quicker this time, which is a good and bad thing.
But it's still like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then just the end part is going to be like 5 minutes, so.
Yeah.
I also like the animation style.
I know, it, I was about to say it reminds me kind of Cowboy Bebop, but that's not it.
No.
It's something else.
It actually kind of reminds me of Black Lagoon, in a way.
Yeah, that is fair. It does remind me of Black Lagoon. When you get to the gun combat scenes, it actually does remind me of how they do, like, Revy's scenes. So yeah, I could say Black Lagoon is pretty fair. And by the way, we're watching the dub, which is kind of like a rarity for me. I actually really despise most dubs.
This is our first podcast with the dub.
Yeah, it is. And I have to say, like, I previewed a little bit of it. The voice acting isn't terrible. I don't actually hate the voices they chose for all the characters.
Well, it's a little bit easier for me to watch now because, like, I don't have to read anything. I just get a glance at it.
Yeah, which means you can spend all the time you want on your phone texting your girlfriend like a pleb.
I'll have you know she broke up with me.
Ha!
I was going to talk about that last week, but that was the week we didn't do the podcast.
Yeah. So, like, also, totally don't know who that is, guys. What could possibly defend this poor girl in her time of need that looks like a human corpse?
Is that Michael Jackson?
Yes. It's Michael Jackson. It's actually Ozzy Osbourne. And ooh, Integra just got shot.
Oh, this makes so much more sense to me because I read a fan fiction where this scene occurs, but it was like a different character than Alucard. So I was like, what the hell is this referencing? Who's referencing this?
Yeah. Fanfics always reference things they don't actually have.
I think.
Or maybe you just read too many fanfics.
Oh yeah, I've read a couple hundred now.
Yeah, that's... Actually, who am I to judge? I've probably read that many manga, so... Winning at life.
Yep. Ooh, sexy.
Ooh, tongue. That's quite some tongue right there.
Alucard
I'd
always
recognize those
uses his
sexy
tongue.
eyes anywhere.
It does actually look like Michael Jackson. Just to be...
I'd argue for Ozzy Osbourne.
I see that too.
Yeah. Yes, the corpse. Teehee.
Ooh, someone tweeted at me. Who was it?
I don't like the monster noises as much as I like them in the sub. But hey, live and learn, I suppose.
Maybe after this episode I'll like go and listen to the scene in the sub.
Yeah. Hellsing. And I like how it's Hellsing, like actually like Hellsing, as in H-E-double-L, and not like Hellsing like as it would actually be spelled if it were someone's name.
Yeah.
Just to make sure you get the fact that there's hell going on.
By the way, if my commentary sounds bad, it's because I'm on like 6 Advils right now, so... Yeah.
Are you trying to imply to me that you're high?
As high as I can be on Advil.
You'll probably start smoking weed halfway through or something, and then we'll be 420 blazing it.
No, it's actually because I have a headache, and I just want it to go away. But these Advil have been spread out over like an hour, so we're good.
I mean, an hour isn't actually technically healthy, but... Look! It's The Walking Dead!
On the back, it just says not to take, I think it says 6 and 24 hours, so...
I mean, you probably won't die, but it probably isn't healthy. Oh, look! It's a police girl who totally won't be relevant later.
Stomach bleeding warning. Do not use this product if you ever had an allergic, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Severe
that's actually the
allergic
one you're worried about, is the stomach bleeding. Oh, look! It's Integra, but now she's a woman. I would hope you've noticed. Wingrate's Hellstring. Sir, Integra Wingrate's Fairbrook's Hellsing.
The risk of heart attack or stroke may increase if you use more than directed or for longer than directed.
Meh. It's a risk we're all willing to take.
Do not exceed 6 tablets in 24 hours unless directed by a doctor. Well, I only took 6 within 24 hours, so we're all good here.
Take 6 more.
That would cause my death.
Maybe. You'd probably just pass out. Yup. It's always about the Brits, isn't it?
That cigar.
That guy. I like the butler. He's kind of fun.
I will call him Alfred. Or Jarvis.
I mean, we both know his name, so...
It's Walter, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I actually really want to call him Jarvis.
You're gonna see why that guy's other than the fact that he's a vampire, you're gonna see why I'll call him a monster, because he threatens to do a thing that I find abhorrent.
Kill Alucard?
No. There are very few acts of, like, physical violence that I actually give a shit about. Like, I'm going to shoot this guy. Okay, whatever. You'll see, though, he does one thing that I absolutely don't abide by.
Take a hostage.
No, that's the thing I would do.
I actually know what you mean. I just am guessing.
Yeah, well, because I've probably said it on air, the 3 characters who actually like really piss me off, and they all have a thing in
Luffy?
common, and this guy also has it. What?
Luffy. He pisses you off the most.
Yes, I just hate Monkey D. Luffy so much. That's why I stopped watching One Piece, totally. I actually don't care. I just thought Monkey
Of
D.
course.
Luffy was too... He was too Goku. like,
And to
like,
Naruto.
okay. Like, okay, Naruto, Son Goku, Natsu Drag Neil, and Luffy all have their personalities in common, as in they're all dumb and very eager to, like, do stuff.
And very brash, and they all love eating.
Yup. And this is gonna come as a big shot, but they're not ripping each other off. They're all just inspired by Dragon Ball Z.
And
I
they
know, big shocker.
And they all have a reason for eating so much.
Yeah, well, they say they have a reason.
Well, ooh, she's hot.
Hey, it's Saris. Everyone likes Saris.
Yep, she's very hot. The big tittied police girl.
Just ripping off the abridged. Also, why would you not continue shooting while he was grabbing you to pull off that maneuver? Like, really? What's wrong
Because
with
he has teeth. Duh.
you? Oh, no. Hey, I actually kind of like that voice. I think it fits this guy well.
Yep.
And look, she has the aim of characters in Godzilla movies.
She is the aim of a stormtrooper. That blush, though.
See, he's doing the thing I don't like. He's doing it right now.
Making a girl cry.
Well, that actually, yeah, is kind of part of it. Which is now going to get every lady in our fan base accusing me of being sexist. Wrong term, I'm a chauvinist. Difference. Big difference. I'm basically
Nah, he's a
Harry
metamist.
Dresden, if you've ever read those books.
No. Whoa.
Look. Look.
Wait, how is
that's-
his hands
that's-
teleporting?
He's a vampire?
Alucard doesn't teleport. He just murders.
I mean, have you ever seen Alucard have sex? His hands are everywhere at once, that's why he's so popular.
I thought he just had multiple hands at that point.
I mean, it could also because he might have, like, he might be hung like a horse for all we know. I've never seen Alucard naked, and I'm not sure I want to.
Here, let's rule 34 this.
Go to DeviantArt, I'm sure you'll find it.
I'm actually really tempted to, but this is a good scene, so...
Yeah. He's about to see what happens when you threaten to rape girls around Alucard.
Those guns.
Just like a million guns. Alucard just like tanking it like a baller.
I think there's more guns than there are people here.
I think so too.
Especially considering I don't think every police officer would have a fully automatic weapon on them.
Well, like, and most of these are like regular townspeople. Where did they get assault rifles?
Yeah. I could understand
no.
all the police officers having pistols, but not like M16s.
Also, oh no, they killed the main character like 7-10 minutes in. Oh no, the show's over. Bad guys win.
I
That
actually
laugh
can't think of
animation.
another anime where a character died that quickly. Like, spoiler alert, Bleach, Ichigo died pretty quickly, but like that was later
Yeah.
on in the first or second episode. No, late first
It was-
episode.
It was like close to end of first episode, yeah, when he becomes a Shinigami.
And he didn't technically die because he goes back into his living body, but
Yep.
big.
Spoilers.
That's smart.
Alucard's a vampire.
Oh, we didn't like totally spoil that earlier or anything.
No. I imagine people who are watching this have probably already seen Hellsing. And if not, meh. Another vampire. Yup.
By the way, if you guys like watch our episodes to hear her voice, you should totally go see this episode. Like, Hellsing, I gotta say, The Bridged is one of my favorites. And
Hellsing Bridge. It's pretty funny.
And if Ryan says that it's like still similar to the actual show, then definitely go watch Hellsing.
It's similar in a lot of regards. Like, Alucard's personality is actually pretty similar. He doesn't swear as much as he does in the abridged, but it's actually that's.
Well,
what
I don't
like.
think they could actually have the show on anything if they swore as much as they do in the abridged.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're gonna get wrecked. Slow motion slide.
I love the details on that gun.
Long slide, 10-inch automatic.
Yeah.
454 cases. Nice.
That is a big gun, by the way.
That is what I would call a hand cannon. It is such a massive pistol.
I really want that.
Dude, 2 sets of handguns I want to own. I want to own Alucard's handguns
Which is,
and Revy's handguns.
do you know the names of it? Jackal and...
Of his guns?
Yeah, they have names.
I don't recall them ever being named. I just remember him when he gets the second one. It's like 13mm exploding rounds forged from holy mercury or something. Ridiculous.
Yeah, Jackal. It's called Jackal. Yeah, I was right.
Oh, nice. The only guns like I can recall having names are from Devil May Cry, Ebony and Ivory.
Yep. The Hellsing arms 13mm auto anti-freight combat pistol Jackal, usually referred to as simply the Jackal.
Yep. Oh, look, he's taking a hostage. Yeah. Yeah, you probably would blush if someone looking like Alucard was like, "Are you a virgin?"
I would blush if some random man in the woods just asked if I was a virgin. Well, like, oh god, I just went on the wiki and I started reading all of Alucard's titles and abilities. It's a list.
What are his titles? Go through it.
Okay. So, Vlad the Impaler, the Ultimate Vampire, the Firstborn, Son of the Dragon, Bird of Hermes, the End of an Era, Vlad Dracula III, Count Dracula, the Count, Nosferatu, Zamiel, the Black Marksman, Nightwalker, Carnivore, Cannibal, the Demon, the Devil, the Reaper, Lord of Darkness, Arucard, the Monster, the Bloodbringer, the Red King, Mars, the Warrior King, God of all vampires, King of vampires, King of monsters, King of Romania, Lord of Shadow, the Impaling Prince, True Immortal, Hellsing's Trump Card, the No Life King, the Anti-Being, the Vampire, Master.
Nice. Good list. That's an appropriate number of titles.
I think I just read more than I would if we watched the sub.
Yeah. Shot through the heart, and you're too late. Or actually, if I recall correctly, yeah, shoot through the lung. Sorry, she got shot in the lung.
If you look deep into your heart, which is over there, and
which is currently
there,
all over that tree.
We're
just stealing jokes from the abridged. Let me start doing my Takahata impersonation.
Do you want me to read his abilities? Because they're actually really cool.
Well, I know a lot of them, and it's probably like a page and a half list, isn't it?
No, it's actually less than his aliases.
Okay, sure, go for it.
It's still a list, but immortality, invulnerability, ultimate regeneration, superhuman senses, superhuman speed, illusions with shadows, superhuman strength, intangibility, defiance/manipulation of gravity, shape-shifting, invisibility, occult knowledge, teleportation, telepathy, hypnosis, sharpshooting skills, summoning of familiars, creation of fledglings, advanced combat, memory absorption through victim's blood, high resistant to most vampire weaknesses, omnipresence, spontaneously appear and disappear at will, unable to be killed as long as he wills it.
Lol. That's so funny. And I mean, most of those abilities are very, very, like, present throughout the series.
What am I watching
also,
now? What did I come back to?
Yes, the anime does this. Like, basically, whenever it switches to Saris's point of view, it starts to look like this.
I like this.
It's kind of funny. I like it. It's pretty cute. I also like how female vampires are called Draculinas.
I also like this music.
Yeah, it's pretty sick music.
It's pretty
Ah,
hip.
come on, he's just giving you a little love bite. Don't worry about it. He'll bite you
I'd
harder
tap
than that. He'll bite you harder than that when you're sleeping with him. Because you're going to be sleeping
Oh
with
god,
him.
that underboob.
Yeah, check out that sick underboob. He's been sitting there the whole time. I love that.
The one bad part about this dub is they say stuff like just a second before it happens.
Yeah, it's not perfectly synced.
Like I saw her scream and then I saw the actual like screaming motion.
Yeah. Yeah, because everyone's has to be Cockney in this. Yes.
That's a sick mansion.
Pretty sick mansion.
If I could live there, I would definitely.
I like how they say we protect England from the other monsters, implying that they themselves are monsters.
Well, they are.
I mean, Alucard is a monster. He'll admit to that.
I'm pretty sure Walter is also a monster, considering like that one scene.
You could call him a monster, but
I won't live long, but I can call him that.
But spoiler, for everyone watching, spoiler, Walter's actually just a human.
That's
Like,
not a
he's
major
actually not a-
spoiler because like
Yeah, no, it's not big, but he's actually not a vampire.
like
That's why
it'd be
he,
a
like,
spoiler
looks-
if you said he was a vampire and he was actually a vampire. But like saying he's human is kind of implied.
Yeah, like Alucard makes frequent comments about how he like could have become a vampire but chose not to, and that's why he's looks older than Alucard when they're actually not the same age, but Alucard has been around since before Walter was born.
Yeah, Alucard's also called Vlad the Impaler, if you remember my list of titles. And if you knew anything about Vlad the Impaler, you should know he's kind of dead.
Oh yeah, well, they think he's dead.
Presumably
And from a
dead.
long time ago. Also, hi.
Who's there? A real
Knock,
fucking
knock.
vampire.
A real fucking vampire. Bullets. That's how you open a door.
I just saw the part of his glasses that, like, where it attaches to the, like, lens, and I thought that was his pupils, and they were, like, pointed straight into the middle, and I thought he got, like, a wonky eye.
Lol. Also, yeah, that didn't quite work how you expected.
Was it intentional that his arms form a cross?
I imagine it's intentional. Also, is it Nosferatu? I thought it was Nosferatu. Isn't there a C in there?
I went to the wiki, and that's what I saw.
Well, I know they pronounce it Nosferatu, and in the sub they spell it Nosferatu. But I could have sworn the actual book was Nosferatu.
Well, let me look
I don't
it
know,
up.
I never read it. Or no, not book, movie. I think that was just a movie.
No, it's Nosferatu. I can't speak.
Okay. Whatevs, never watched it.
Or at least that's what IMDb is telling me. Yeah.
Basically, I think they called, if I remember correctly, they called it that because they couldn't get the rights to call it Dracula. So they just called it that and had the exact same thing.
Yeah. It's from 1922. It's a silent horror movie.
Yep. Really hard to have a silent horror movie.
Ooh, there's another cross.
Yep.
Ah, dang, that's gonna piss me off when she says yes, sir, and the lip movement.
Yeah.
We're watching
Yeah.
this on the official Funimation YouTube channel.
We are.
It's because we're not watching it off our, like,
our super sketchy, like
website, yeah.
probably illegal anime website because it's uploaded as a MP4 vid, which is not the best file format, and so it like loads pretty sketchily, and I didn't want to have that happening. So I found it here.
And then we found a different website, and that one was complaining about it having ad block on.
Yeah, we would have to turn off ad blocker to use it, and I'm like, yeah, no.
Especially
I like
because
my ad
we
blocker.
never used that website before. For all we know, we could get like
Oh, yeah.
100 viruses.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably fine, but like, nah. Yeah. Also, red eyes. The mark of the vampire.
And also really hot. Not in
Dude,
real
girls
life,
with red eyes.
but in anime it is.
Dude, waifus with red eyes.
Yeah, but think of seeing that in real life. That'd be...
It depends on the shade of red, I think.
Yeah, true.
Like, if it's like a scarlet or like lighter shade of red, I think it would be like pretty cool. But if it's like really like, if it's blood red, that would probably be scary.
Gilgamesh's wine red eyes.
I think that would honestly be kind of attractive.
I would do Gilgamesh. To be completely honest, he's a very attractive male.
Good for you. I wouldn't because I'm straight. But you know what? We
Well,
accept
I think I'm
literally
straight.
everyone. Because I honestly don't care.
Good. I believe I'm straight. Or bi. Or straight. I know I would do Gilgamesh, but I also like women. So...
You can be bi, man. Don't care.
Except for the
like-
school we go at, I probably can't be.
Don't go there. You're narrowing down the lists of places.
Probably no. It could just be people I know at school.
I mean, I have a gay friend who goes to the same school as we do, so, you know.
I can guess who that is.
You probably know who it is. But anyway, just for you guys watching, just so you know, basically, a good life philosophy is anytime you would judge someone else for something they do or believe or like, ask yourself this question. Who are you? Who are you to judge other people? Who are you to tell other people how to live? What gives you literally any authority? If it's not hurting you, don't even worry about it.
What?
Right?
Yep, I'm proud of you. You know that?
That's a very simple philosophy. I mean, I'm a messed up person, so you probably don't want to listen to it from me, but meh. Also, look at Anderson being really nice to those orphans. He's totally not a violent person. Yeah.
Now put me on a plane so I can put them in a hearse. Yeah.
Second verse, same as the first. Now put me on a plane so I can put them in a hearse.
Yep.
Good rhyme. It's a shame you went and lost your head. A silly vampire wound up dead.
The thing is, that's kind of a situational rhyme. I can't use that everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you know a lot of vampires. I know a lot of vampires.
I know a few.
Yeah.
Okay,
I also like this
lip-syncing-
conflict.
Mhm.
Yeah, the lip syncing is actually sucky.
Because especially with this anime, they show the face all the time when they're talking.
Yep.
So it's so noticeable.
Yep. This is why I don't like dubs. This is really why I don't like dubs.
Oh, at least the voices are good.
Yeah. Like the
And
quality
they
is fine. It's
surprisingly
just I don't
sound
like their
similar
syncing.
to the abridged.
Yeah, like the abridged actually did a really good job, which is surprising. I mean, I will say the Nazis don't sound quite so Nazi.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna prefer the Nazis in the abridged over the Nazis. You know what?
I mean,
I
I
actually
like the-
think I'm bi because I would also do I think Schrodinger in this, the cat boy.
The Catboy girl,
Yeah,
the one we're not quite sure about.
I would do him or her.
him/her/it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would heavily
Hey,
pet
man.
it if you get my meaning.
If I recall correctly, I believe both of us have seen most of Boku no Pico, so
I've seen it all.
I've seen most of it. I can't remember where I left off.
Well, I did it because my girlfriend asked me to, so...
I did it because everyone constantly talked about Boku no Pico, and I'm like, okay, what's the deal with this thing? And then once I realized what the deal with Boku no Pico was, I was like, I have to finish this on principle.
By the way, it's also annoying because the guns don't sync up with the shooting.
Yeah.
Like, the audio is all just a second or two behind.
Yeah. They clearly didn't sync this up right. Unlike me. I edit this together in a free editing program, our podcast, and I do a better job syncing our audio than these guys.
And these are professionals.
Also-
or at least, presumably professionals because they're on a professional channel.
Yeah. Also, whatever gun she has is sweet.
Oh,
Like, it has a drum magazine, but it's like a long rifle.
bitches love cannons.
Bitches love cannons, yeah, that's fair.
Also, I prefer the scene in the bridge from what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Just because the music is so amazing.
Yeah.
Can we do the bridge next? I want to do the bridge next.
We're not doing a watches abridged.
Why not?
Unless we, like, start doing face cam stuff in it, then it's like Rikaru and Rusty react.
We are not going to become Lost Paws.
Right? Also,
This
I
is-
guess we're shouting out Lost Paws now.
Okay, I'm presuming he's
Yeah,
one of
okay,
your
I don't like that voice
inspirations.
change right there.
He's one of my inspirations for joining up with this.
Also, I want you to notice once he said, "Yes, sir, my master," the sound Alucard make is like got a half hard boner now. That's the sound he made. So clearly he's got something going on with Saris here. And clearly she's got something going on. That first person action scene though.
Yep. That sexy grin.
Yeah. Reminds me a lot of Revy. I like Revy.
Ooh, head popping scene, presumably. Yep.
Yep. See, Alucard knows what's up. She's making some very sexual noises
blood.
right now.
Don't mind me, I'm just like orgasming over here.
Yep.
Yep. And ooh. Ooh.
That I would say that's gonna leave a mark, but it's not gonna leave a mark. Who are we kidding? Hey, that's actually fairly accurate.
Ah, that lip sync, god damn it. When he said barrier, and then like 3 seconds later, his mouth just moved.
Yeah, this isn't the greatest. But the rest of their sound effects are synced well, though, like the footsteps. I'm gonna like pay really close attention to Anderson, and because Anderson, they focus on his face a lot for talking. Also,
Yeah.
he's doing it wrong with the bayonets. You're supposed to put them on the end of a gun, not throw them. Okay, that wasn't so bad.
Did you see that when he sighed?
That
When
actually
he
looked fairly
sighed.
okay on my end. It looked synced.
Here, I'll watch it and tell you. No, I heard the sound before he even moved his blades. And then I heard the clashing before his blades clashed.
I think that might actually just be your end, because mine seems synced.
I'm just gonna
Some
pause
of the
it and then
voices,
unpause
though,
it.
I have noticed haven't been synced. Like this guy right now talking, his voice is not quite in sync.
Let's see if what I'm just about
But
to
it's
do
not
will
so
fix
bad.
it. I think I might have just fixed it slightly.
Yep.
What they did is I changed the video quality and then changed it back. So like reloaded everything.
Yeah, that would probably do it. Just toggling it, yeah.
And that
The
didn't take.
Paladin?
Oh no,
I
that
thought
guy.
I thought this was Hellsing, not Blue Exorcist.
Ooh, we also have to watch that. We have a lot of things we have to watch. There's a lot of animes
Oh
out
yeah.
there.
You know, now that I think about it, since it's October, should we do all, like, monster theme anime?
Okay, so Soul Eater, Blue Exorcist.
Like, Soul Eater, Blue Exorcist, Bleach, Monster Musume?
I was just about to say Monster Musume, but I didn't want to spoil
Yes.
what's coming for you guys. We need to do a
Emphasis on the
Halloween
coming.
special.
Are there any
Because-
Bleach movies?
There's Bleach movies. We can do the Hell movie.
I don't think I've seen that. That means we should.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. And that falls on a Saturday.
Oh, nice.
So what we could do is record it a week in advance, and you can post it on Saturday.
Also, like, yeah, now, wow, this is gonna be cool.
Yeah,
We
you
actually
guys
have,
are
like,
getting
anime
all
that
the
works.
planning right now.
Yup. Well, I mean, this will probably go later into October, because let's see, by the 31st, we're gonna put up, today is the 16th,
18th.
so that means we're gonna put up,
Today's the 18th.
yeah, today's the 18th, so that means we're gonna put up 4 more episodes this month. Maybe 5 if we do, like, a special movie that doesn't count as a regular episode.
So what days do we post episodes?
Wednesdays and Sundays.
So we'll post 1, 2, 4 more.
Like, if you guys want to know when this episode comes out, oh wait, you'll already know because it's been uploaded. This will come out Wednesday the 22nd? Yeah, I think
Wednesday the
22nd.
21st is the next Wednesday. Because
Is it? Because
it's Sunday
right,
now because we're
Right.
past.
because it's past midnight. Right, I forgot about that part.
Yeah, we're watching a vampire thriller past midnight. Ooh, the police have
If
left. I wasn't shot.
Yeah,
Just so you guys.
Rusty may or may not have had the cops on him. Also, if Alucard kicks in my door right now, I'm going to be amazed and delighted.
If Sarah kicks in my door, I will be definitely delighted.
Saris wouldn't sleep with you, Rusty. Don't kid yourself. Also, boom, headshot.
Alucard wouldn't sleep with you, Ryan.
Yes, he would.
Okay, he'd probably sleep with a lot of creatures.
No human alive can comprehend his sexual preference.
Can an animal, though?
I mean, I have been described as a bit of a stallion. You're welcome.
I'm proud of you with that one.
Expect to hear that joke a lot more if we ever do, like, all of Monster Musume. Because, when we meet Centauria
Ooh.
the Centaur, I make that joke a lot.
That's like when during Black Lagoon, when I made Rock Hard joke like 9 times.
Yeah, it is. Except for that was a very obvious pun, whereas mine is
It kind of
slightly
wrecks
more
the
veiled.
shooting scene when it.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, this is some
like
sweet
the
combat,
sinking wrecks it though.
though. It could be better.
It's not horrible now
Also-
that I reset the video. Like before, it was a full 5 seconds between everything happening.
I just like how him throwing those bayonets, the sonic boom broke windows.
And that just shows Alucard's reaction time too.
Yeah, he shot blades thrown by a superhuman out of the air. With bullets, I want to point out.
Also that healing.
Oh, okay, that was some bad sync on him saying amen.
Oh yeah, it just occurred for me.
Oh, that was some bad sync.
Like 90% of this is. That blood moon. Was that a super blood moon?
I mean, there's going to be a lot of blood around. Ah, Saris, you think Alucard's gonna die. That's adorable.
I'm pretty sure. I was gonna say a lot of people thought he was gonna die, but then we did see that beginning scene, so.
Yeah. Basically everyone, like, in the fan base knows that Alucard can't really die. At this point, I would think you should be able to assume that.
He only dies if he wants to.
Yup. You
That
heard
is
us
a
read his
lot of
abilities. He
bayonets.
cannot be killed as long as he wills it.
Yeah, that was the wiki's power for him. One of them.
That is a very impressive ability.
True.
Yep. Lol.
Oh,
Lol.
the sync with like that giant mouth movement. You know when
Yeah.
he's.
It's not as good as it could be.
I'm gonna get a drink. I can't. I'll just. My mini fridge is right here, so.
You need to check your privilege.
I only have Capri Suns. What is this?
Check your privilege, bro.
I only drank 3 Cokes, 2 Sprites, a chocolate milk. That probably explains why I have a headache now that I think about it.
Let me point out to you that over 7,000 children starved to death today. Also, I like how she's getting kind of heated from pulling a sword out of her back. Like, you notice the blush, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I would like to point out that I had a really good cheeseburger today.
Okay. Completely irrelevant.
No,
Thanks
you're
for that.
talking about the starving children in Africa.
That's fair. Speaking of Catholics, this guy. Don't you wish your priests were this cool?
Okay. No. Because I'm atheist, first off. So, I don't really have a priest.
Don't get too deep into this. Remember my rules about talking about religion.
I'm just mentioning so far, I had a coming out. This is my coming out video on 2 different topics.
What, that you're bi and you're atheist?
I have learned I am bi this episode. Well, I knew I was atheist. That's not something new to me.
Cool.
Those papers are hung there just like Jesus was to the cross.
I'm not even
Nailed.
gonna go. I'm not even gonna go there.
Yeah, I
oh,
made
he
a
turned
Jesus
into
joke.
gelatin. Nope, it was blood.
That actually looked like
The
gelatin.
blood is going to write something.
Oh, that looks like it's a 3D animation.
Yep.
And it does not look good. I always hate when stuff does, like,
Drink his
try
blood.
and do
Drink his blood.
3D animation.
I don't think it's so bad here.
She really is here in her master's mind.
Yep.
What?
Drink the blood. Do it. Drink the blood. She turned those swords into
Oh my
Swiss
God.
cheese.
I
Commercial
hate how I heard the
break.
bullets
Oh,
in the
now we're
shower.
back. I think it's kind of funny how Funimation like has to cut out the commercial breaks.
I heard those, like, metal shattering before the bullets even reached it. So,
I think it's on your end. My sync isn't perfect, but it's not as bad as you describe.
I have no idea what's happening on my end because I can watch YouTube videos just fine. It might just be my computer today or my internet.
You need to figure your life out.
Because I was watching some Game Grumps earlier, and that was also out of sync. And they're usually really good.
Yeah. It has to be on your end then. If the grumps were out of sync.
Yeah, I'm gonna go close a few
Also,
tabs.
apparently we're shouting them out too. I hope all of these people send all of their subscribers to this channel.
Game Grumps are really good. I watched the stream today.
Lost Pause is also really good. I did not watch his stream today. I watched his reaction video today.
Ooh, he uploaded a new one?
Yep, it's another try not to laugh anime thing. Not as good as the first one, but still pretty funny. It has
It has
a moment
later,
from
then.
Fairy Tale and the Phoenix Priestess. Bitches love cannons.
So, us and our fans will actually get that because we watched the episode together. Oh, I see what's the problem. Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah, you thought you killed Alucard. Cutting off his head doesn't quite work.
Yeah, you have to
Bats.
do the rest of the steps.
Yep. That was decapitating him was step 1. What about 2 through 10?
That was a reference. Yeah.
Yes, it was. All of our fans are gonna watch his this abridged series. Yep.
Please do. Like, I would love you guys if you watched that bridge series.
And leave in their comment section that you were sent by the Animaster Rikaru.
And Rusty. Don't leave me out here.
My name is the channel name, though.
And I'm your co-host. You feel special now?
I should come up with like another name for this show. Other than Rikaru Watches Anime, though. I mean, that is what it is, and I kind of like it. And he's back. Anderson's like, I cut off your arms.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Never mind.
It's easy to remember.
I wish the Holy Bible could make me teleport, too.
The Holy Bible...
That would be cool.
Never mind, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. This anime brings out the religious side of me.
I mean, religion is a heavy overtone in this. For those of you who don't know, I don't know if we ever actually mentioned this. I stole the 3 rules for podcasting from the guys over at Rocket Jump Podcast.
Are we literally
Specifically the guys
plugging
who do-
everything?
Oh yeah, this is the Let's Plug Everything episode now.
Can we actually
so-
add like minor titles to our title, like plugs or something like catchy? Because that's
Man,
I like those.
dude, that sounds like work, and I have to do the editing. I don't have time for that.
But we just take something we said in an episode and just throw it into the title.
But then I have to go through and retitle all the old videos.
You don't have to do that. Just it's okay.
Anyway, specifically the guys from the Command Cast, and their 3 rules are no religion, no politics, and no Hearthstone. I like those rules. I'm a fan.
Well, that also means no Magic the Gathering from you. Got that?
No. Just no Hearthstone. I can talk about Magic as much as I want.
It's the reason we didn't do a podcast last week. I'm not going to mention why it's like the reason, but it's the reason.
All you Magic players out there, you know that Pro Tour that happened in Milwaukee this weekend? And you know the GP that happened in Madison this weekend? I was at those. I was playing Magic the Gathering for about 16 hours straight. It was awesome.
And you still said we would do the podcast, and they're like, no. I'm like, okay.
And then I did say that, and then I got home, and it was like really, really late. It was like 11 or something.
We
and I had
started
just
this
been
episode
playing.
at midnight.
Yeah, but I didn't do anything all day today. I slept all day.
I actually didn't sleep all day. I went and bought 2 video games.
And then went back home and played video games all day. I don't see your point.
I had to drive there.
Oh, boo-hoo. How far away is the nearest GameStop? 10 minutes?
I'll have you know it's 15.
Less? Oh, you poor muffin.
I didn't hit anything this time. Ooh, did I mention that I ran over a mailbox? Did I talk about that on the podcast?
How did you pull that off?
Okay, so I parallel parked because I was practicing for my driver's test. And some kids ran into
Okay.
the street. Now, they were like ahead of me where I would have to go if I just pulled out. So I had to do a U-turn. That U-turn didn't go well. That U-turn crushed a mailbox. And I just so happened to live in the neighborhood that I crushed the mailbox in. So, like, we're recognizable. I had witnesses, and I couldn't kill them. So, yeah.
So you're gonna have to pay for that.
Nope. I'm out. I just drove off.
First of all, that is probably the worst response to that I've ever heard. Why didn't you just stop?
Because, well, it wasn't all the way down when I did it. Like, it was only slightly tilted. But I came back the next day and
No,
they had a new.
in the middle of your parallel park when the kids ran out in the street, why didn't you just stop?
Because they ran out after I parallel parked.
Then what was the issue? Were you trying to pull out again?
Yeah, I couldn't just stay there the whole day.
Yes, you could.
It may have been in my neighborhood, but it was like up a hill and like a block away. So.
When you were pulling out of the parking and the kids ran out in front of you, you could have just put your foot on the brake and waited until they left the street. You
No,
didn't
they
have to pull
started
a
playing in the
U-turn.
street.
Honk the horn at them.
They were like 10 kids. Dude, I don't want to be killed.
You're in a car.
And they had a baseball bat.
One baseball bat.
And a baseball.
Rusty, you're a little bitch.
I'm pretty sure they were the little ones there. I'll have you know, I am 6 foot. I towered over this.
No way in hell you're 6 feet tall.
I'm at
I've
least.
stood next to you.
And you're shorter
You're
than
not
me.
6 feet.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Every time you
No way in
stand
hell.
up, I look at you, I'm like, you're short, and I'm very surprised about it.
I'm gonna stand next to you tomorrow, and if you're actually taller than me, I'm gonna break one of your kneecaps.
So I'll be shorter than you?
Yes.
You can amputate both of my legs, so I have to, like, hobble everywhere.
And then I'll make jokes about you being dismembered.
That joke came up a little short.
Maybe I'll just cut off your left leg. Then you'll be alright. I hate that joke so much.
That was so bad, but so good at the same time.
Yeah. Well, now all the audience knows what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I'm going to be cutting Rusty into smaller chunks. Smaller, more manageable chunks.
Just make sure that you actually don't get cut on me, or else you'll get tetanus.
I thought I would just get a ton of STVs if I got your blood on me.
I will have you know that I got some shots for that stuff. And I haven't done anything to, like, get an STD, sadly.
I mean, no one in the world is surprised.
Like, I wish I had the pride to say
I was
that
surprised
yes, I've
you had
done
a
it,
girlfriend.
and I got an STD from it.
I would have if you showed up to school and were like, "Yeah, I got like HIV," I would have been like, "Dude, you got laid. High five. Good for you. You're moving up in life."
It's like, I show up at school, I'm like, I have 3 months to live. I have AIDS. Everyone's like, what? You just come up and give me a high five and be like, you got laid?
Be like, "Good job. Now you're almost as cool as the rest of us."
Ooh.
Almost.
I'm pretty sure that, like, 25% of her, no, a lot more than that, haven't been laid.
Yeah, I sure hope it's a lot more than 25% of kids in our school.
Especially with our school.
I mean, I do know a couple kids who got kicked off sports teams for getting caught, so...
Really? You'll have to tell me
Yeah.
about that after the episode.
I'm not going to tell you who they were. It's like a privacy thing, bro. Like, come on now.
But I have to learn from, like, their mistakes.
I haven't even told you the names of my exes.
That's
What makes
because
you
you
think I'm
don't
gonna tell
remember
you?
them.
I actually do remember that.
We had a
because,
whole class where we talked about this.
I don't remember that.
It was last class of the day when we didn't have speech. And we were just standing in the lunchroom. Well, sitting in the lunchroom. And our friend who's really nice that's dating the really, like, mean one of our friends.
Oh, speaking of them, they're not dating anymore.
Ooh, I expected that.
Wrecked, because as it turns out, they don't actually have anything in common. Which I was like, yeah, no, really. I could have told you that, girlfriend.
Who's the one that broke up?
She.
Ah, I expected that also.
Yeah.
He wouldn't lose the opportunity to have a girlfriend.
This guy's a closet perv. As opposed to the rest of us who are just straight out in the open pervs.
Thank you, Log Horizon.
Yup. Nice panties. So good. Natsugu is best character.
I always want to call him Natsu because that's like the most... That's like the name that starts with the same...
It's similar sounding, I'll give you that, but it still makes me kind of want to hit you.
But the thing is, I hear Natsu all the time, and that makes... And I've only seen Log Horizon like 3 times. But I've seen One Piece...
Only 3 times.
Well, okay, I watched it once for the podcast, and twice on my own.
Oh, you're talking about, like, episode 1, not the whole thing.
Twice I've seen the whole thing. But I've seen more Fairy Tail than I've seen Log Horizon.
Which is fair, because there's a lot more Fairy Tail than there is Log Horizon.
And I've tried watching through Fairy Tail twice. It did not work.
Oh, you actually haven't finished the anime?
Well, the anime's not finished, but, like, I'm up to date.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I just mean...
Because I know a lot of my friends, like, got to the Edalus arc, and after the Edalus arc, they were just burnt out. Which is... I will agree that the Edalus arc is the weakest arc of Fairy Tail, or one of the weakest arcs.
Yeah. I don't remember much of it, except for, like, the basics of Edalus itself. But, you know... But, like, what happened is I don't remember what arc it was. I think it was the time skip, the 7-year one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm going to try watching from episode 1 again. I gave up about episode 40. No, it might have been 50.
Yeah. Like, that's fair. I don't think I've ever... Because I've seen most of Fairy Tail at least probably 3 or 4 times, but I don't think I've ever been, like, start to current, just, like, watch it straight through again. I'm always like, I'm gonna watch the Tower of Heaven arc again, or I'm gonna watch the Nirvana arc again. I don't just, like, go
I'm going to
from
watch the
beginning.
Edalus arc again.
I had done that. I've watched that arc a couple times, mostly because I was dissecting it for, like, every bit of story that's in there, because there's actually a lot of exposition in the Edalus arc that, like, explains a lot.
Yeah.
But the reason people don't like it is because there's not much Fairy Tail fights, which is, like, a lot of Fairy Tail is the cool fights.
Yeah. And that was... Edalus is the place where there's no magic, and they had to do that thingy thing.
Yeah.
I barely remember that arc.
Yeah, it's a cool arc, and, like, at the end, there's a lot of really sweet action, so I didn't really, like, mind it, but there's, like, 10 episodes where it's characters walking around and talking and, like, meeting other new characters.
Oh, yeah.
And no fighting. And so a lot of people just, like, got really bored really quick.
Yep. So have we ended the episode yet? Just making sure I'm not recording nothing.
No, because I haven't done my outro.
Well, I didn't remember it. I was just making sure that I just wasn't
You have
recording.
a worse memory than I do.
Well, no, I didn't think you said it, but I was making sure I hadn't missed it when I was, like, messing with my, like, lag and stuff, trying to make sure our next few episodes don't do that. So
yeah. Anyway, going back to what I was talking about, I actually do remember the names of my exes. I'm not going to tell you guys on the air because, again, privacy things, but when we were having this conversation, I did actually manage to recall them, even though I tried really, really hard to forget. I still remember their first names.
One starts with, like, a K or a C.
Well, that's because there was Catherine. I'll give you their first names. There you go, Internet. Figure out which Catherine who lives in the United States is one of my exes.
Oh my gosh, you gave away personal information. We have to scrap the episode.
Not as bad as you, man. Not nearly as bad as you. What
would garbage. Catherine think of this?
Oh, and the other one, the one who gave me my peculiar outlook, that was Vanessa.
Ooh, Vanessa. That sounds like a sexy name for I know is not a sexy person.
She was pretty hot, I'll say that.
Yeah, but I meant personality.
Which is also probably why I got burned.
Order of importance in a girl: face, ass, boobs, personality.
I'm a tits man, so reverse 2 and 3 for me.
So we still put personality as last? By the way, I'm kidding. Personality's first, then face.
You're an ass man, we can't be friends anymore.
Well, I'm not sure if I'm an ass man or a boob man.
You have to pick.
But the thing is...
one has to be your favorite, you have to pick.
Like, I like boobs.
You don't need to pick on the air, I just want to point that out.
I know, I like boobs, but I also like ass. But then again, for like the majority of my time that I've been on the internet, I've thought, why did people like asses? Boobs are much better. But then recently...
Well, Rusty works on this incredible revelation about his sexual preference. I'm going to call the episode here.
Oh, so this is going over what we learned today. I'm bi, I'm atheist, and I have no idea if I'm an ass man or a boob man.
I mean, if you're bi, you could also be a penis man, for all I know.
But, like, I haven't seen enough dicks to, like, say. I've seen
There's
my
a quote
own,
for you.
and I've
Quote,
been on the...
I haven't seen enough dicks, Rusty 2015.
Can that go in that Google Doc that I won't mention the name of, but...
We do have video proof that you said it, so I suppose I can put it in there.
Put it in as
so
this. I haven't seen enough dicks to decide if I'm a dick guy.
Yeah, that probably should go in there.
Because it gives it context.
Anyway, thanks guys for watching. This has been another episode of Rikaru Watches Anime with me, the Animaster Rikaru. I'm just gonna cut it right here, because you guys probably don't want to hear the rest of this conversation.
Can you
Thanks
count
for
down,
watching.
turn it off? Like,
See you next time.